there are way more intellectual black Democrats you could have sat down with, yet you chose an illiterate rapper, because that's what she is. She's illiterate.
Yeah, that's Candace Owens throwing some major shade at Cardi B following the rapper's chat with presidential candidate Joe Biden. And Cardi, she's not having it.
Oh, snappity snap snap.
It all started on Sunday when Candace tweeted this clip of herself on the Ben Shapiro show, accusing both the former vice president and Bernie Sanders of pandering to black people by conducting interviews with Cardi.
It is demeaning. It is pandering. It is ridiculous, okay? And she asked pointedly ridiculous questions. I want lower taxes, but I want universal health care for all. She had no idea what she was doing, and yet both Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden made the time to sit with her because they believe black people are stupid. And black people that thought, yay, that's a win. No, it's not a win.
Yeah, she didn't sugarcoat it.
It is one of the biggest insults.
And Cardi, who has opened up before about English not being her first language, fired back on Twitter, writing in part, quote, "I don't want to argue with you, Candace. I really don't have the time. I honestly just feel sorry for you." But that's not all Cardi had to say to the conservative commentator. Not even close. Quote, "You are encouraging millions to vote for a man who laugh every time a black man gets killed by a cop and tell millions of Americans to drink bleach. Trump didn't even have you talking at the Republican convention. He thinks you're dumb."
Oh, yes, honey.
Candace responded, claiming that she turned down making an appearance at the Republican National Convention.
I get tired of your commenters and your fans saying, oh, she's clout chasing. I'd be clout chasing if I was challenging you to a rap battle. I'm not doing that. You're in my area. You're in politics. You're embarrassed because you realize you know nothing about anything when you're on Twitter.
Candace did an 8-minute-long IGTV in response to Cardi on Sunday.
You're only upset because people are telling you on Twitter that you got dragged, because you did get dragged, because you are uneducated when it comes to politics.
Candace also mocked Cardi for asking Biden about lowering taxes while also wanting free universal health care. Cardi clarified in a later tweet that she wants her taxes to go to causes she cares about, like education. And that's when Cardi took the feud to Instagram Live.
Why wouldn't Joe Biden sit down with me, Cardi B? I have millions of followers, and I pay millions in taxes. I'm heard all around the world. So just like I can make people pop their and have a good time and make them feel like a bad bitch, I could also encourage millions of followers to go vote. And I don't know what black man broke your heart that you hate your kind so much.
Once the dust seemingly settled, Cardi reflected on the feud and tweeted that she hates arguing with people, adding that she didn't even really know how they started fighting in the first place. As for Candace, she felt like she walked away from the beef victorious. Quote, "She is still tweeting about me. I broke Cardi B." Of course, all this comes after Cardi spoke to the 77-year-old politician in August as a part of her feature in Elle magazine's September issue.
We may be related to something.
Yep, Cardi B and Joey B.
Cardi didn't hold back, sharing the issues that are important to her.
And racism always have existed, but I feel like right now there's just a lot of tension, and we need somebody to clean that. I'm just so tired of it.
Cardi B's response to Candace Owens calling her an illiterate rapper became one of her most impactful clapbacks, demonstrating her intelligence, resilience, and refusal to back down. Cardi countered Owens by addressing serious issues like racial injustice and systemic inequality, pointing out that she uses her platform to raise awareness, especially among communities that may feel overlooked by traditional political voices. This clapback resonated widely, as fans and the media praised Cardi for standing up against a public figure who attempted to discredit her. Cardi's response highlighted her commitment to using her voice for social issues, breaking stereotypes, and advocating for her community. By directly addressing and challenging Owens, Cardi showed she's not only aware of her influence but also deeply engaged in critical social conversations, which earned her respect across diverse audiences. The feud between Candace Owens and Cardi B during 2020, which escalated into a public spat, can be understood by examining their perspectives that fueled the debate. Here's a deep dive into the details, incorporating all the key elements. Candace Owens, a conservative political commentator, took issue with Cardi B's involvement in politics, particularly after her interview with Joe Biden. Owens' perspective focused on three main criticisms. First, Owens argued that Cardi B as a political figure lacked the depth and understanding needed to engage in serious political discourse. She claimed that Biden's campaign was using Cardi B's platform to pander to black voters without offering substantive policies. Second, she criticized Cardi B's cultural influence, asserting in Critique of Influence that her music, particularly the explicit hit called WAP, promoted negative stereotypes about women, especially black women. Owens argued that this content degraded women's image rather than empowering them. Lastly, Owens used her platform to advocate for her views in conservative advocacy, emphasizing traditional values, personal responsibility, and informed political engagement. She saw Cardi B's political activism as emblematic of celebrities being used to distract voters from critical policy discussions. Cardi B, a rapper and entertainer, viewed her actions as a way to raise awareness of critical social issues, particularly among her diverse fan base. Her perspective was rooted in three key arguments. In defending her role, Cardi B argued that she was using her fame to highlight issues like healthcare, police reform, and racial inequality. She believed her interview with Joe Biden was a way to reach young voters and those who might otherwise feel disconnected from politics. In response to Owens' critique of her music, Cardi B emphasized her artistic freedom in Owens' critique of her music, explaining that her songs reflect her personal experiences and serve as a form of entertainment. She dismissed Owens' attack on her work as a misunderstanding of cultural expression and artistic value. Finally, Cardi B accused Owens of being elitist and detached from real-world struggles in Owens' approach, arguing that Owens' conservative stance ignored the challenges faced by marginalized groups, including Black and Hispanic communities. The clash on social media between Candace Owens and Cardi B became a heated spectacle, with both taking their arguments to platforms like Twitter and Instagram. Owens mocked Cardi B's political engagement, describing it as superficial, while Cardi B fired back, accusing Owens of being condescending and out of touch with cultural realities. This feud captivated audiences and drew lines between supporters of the two women. The feud between Owens and Cardi B underscored three underlying themes. First, the conflict raised questions about representation and influence, highlighting debates over who has the right to represent certain communities in political discourse. Owens believed in informed advocacy, while Cardi B emphasized cultural impact and accessibility. Second, the feud reflected a divide between cultural versus political perspectives. Owens framed the debate through her conservative lens, focusing on policy and traditional values, whereas Cardi B approached it with a focus on grassroots concerns and cultural significance. Lastly, the feud touched on the role of celebrities in politics, exploring whether celebrities like Cardi B help or hinder meaningful political discussions. This broader theme resonated with the public, drawing support and criticism for both women. The feud between Candace Owens and Cardi B divided audiences and showcased contrasting worldviews. Owens' supporters praised her for addressing Cardi B as a political figure, emphasizing the need for serious political figures, while Cardi B's fans celebrated her efforts in defending her role, using her platform to advocate for social change. Ultimately, the Owens versus Cardi B feud exemplified the intersection of politics, culture, and media in 2020, highlighting the deep divides in how Americans perceive influence and advocacy in the public sphere. The feud between Candace Owens and Cardi B in 2020 not only highlighted their ideological differences, but also had significant impacts on political discourse, media dynamics, and the role of public figures in shaping societal narratives. The fallout from their clash resonated with various audiences and revealed broader implications. Candace Owens approached her 2020 feud with Cardi B as an opportunity to challenge the role of celebrities in politics. She argued that Cardi's endorsement of Joe Biden was a symptom of what Owens considered the Democratic Party's superficial tactics to appeal to black voters without addressing deeper systemic issues. From her perspective, this highlighted a trend where cultural influencers were prioritized over substantive policy discussions. In response, Cardi B defended her advocacy, emphasizing her commitment to issues like racial justice and healthcare reform. She rejected Owens' critique, asserting that her efforts were heartfelt and authentic. This feud became a reflection of broader cultural tensions between conservative skepticism of celebrity activism and liberal reliance on such figures to mobilize voters. With Donald Trump's 2024 presidential win, these themes of authenticity and cultural influence remain relevant. Owens likely views the election results as a reinforcement of her perspective, while Cardi continues to advocate for the democratic causes she believes in. Both voices remain emblematic of the divide in political discourse, with Cardi recently reaffirming her support for figures like Kamala Harris and her dedication to advocacy beyond financial motives. And by the way, if you're tackling topics like these in your own content creation, Murf A.I can make the process smoother and more professional. Whether you're making videos or podcasts, Murf A.I offers a variety of natural-sounding AI voices to match the tone of your message. It helps save time and ensures your delivery is engaging and polished, giving you the freedom to focus on crafting impactful narratives. Imagine streamlining your production while maintaining the ability to connect deeply with your audience. Murf A.I can make it happen. Now let's hear from you. Do you think celebrities have a meaningful role in politics, or should they step aside for policymakers? How do you feel about the outcomes of the 2024 election in light of these ongoing cultural debates? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.